Starfield, the game that was supposed to be Bethesda's next Skyrim, the game that, well, let's be honest, didn't quite land for everyone. But what if I told you that everything is about to change? What if I told you that Starfield might actually show up at Sony's State of Play in February 2026? Yeah, you heard that right. Xbox's biggest exclusive, potentially being showcased at a PlayStation event. The times, they are a-changin'. And today, we're breaking down all the evidence, all the rumors, and why this might actually be the moment we've been waiting for. Let's get into it. Alright, let's start with the basics. A State of Play in February 2026 is being widely reported by multiple reliable insiders. Sony hasn't officially announced it yet, but the rumor is coming from the usual names who tend to be plugged in. Nate Haight says a State of Play is happening this month, and Jeff Grubb has been also pointing to the week of February 12th, 2026, while talking about on Game Mess mornings. Now, historically, Sony loves doing these on Thursdays. February 12th is a Thursday. Coincident? Maybe. But the timing makes sense. Microsoft just had their developer direct, Nintendo is always gearing up for their own announcements, and Sony, they've been quiet. Too quiet. They need to make some noise. But here's where it gets interesting. Starfield coming to PlayStation 5 is being reported by multiple outlets like Windows Central and TechRadar, but it still hasn't been officially confirmed by Bethesda or Sony. The reporting suggests a 2026 window, with some outlets floating first half or spring as a possibility, but there's no official date. So if you're Bethesda Game Studios and you're planning to launch this massive RPG on PlayStation, where better to announce it than at Sony's own showcase? But it's not just a port. Oh no. According to multiple outlets, Bethesda has been working on a big update that some people are calling Starfield 2.0, and the expectation is a meaningful overhaul even if it's not a total reinvention. I have made a video on this, but I will go over it a little bit. Here's what we know. Back in December 2025, Windows Central reported that Bethesda held a secret behind-closed-door event for content creators. They showed off new features, new improvements, and apparently the reaction was mixed. Some sources said it could be a Cyberpunk 2.0 moment for the game. Others said, and I quote, temper expectations. And here's what's being claimed in reporting. Improvements aimed at making space travel feel smoother, technical upgrades to the engine, and general upgrades to exploration systems. Specifics are still fuzzy because none of this has been officially detailed yet. YouTuber Matty Plays, who claims to have attended this event, said something really interesting. He said, and I'm paraphrasing here, the way Bethesda's handling 2.0 is weird. I saw it behind closed doors. They were like, you can't talk about it, but you can say that you saw it. They didn't give us a release window or anything. That was a few months ago. If they're showing it to creators in late 2025 and we're in early 2026 now, the timing lines up perfectly for a February reveal.
But wait! There's more!
We can't talk about Starfield 2.0 without talking about the second expansion. You remember Shattered Space, right? Released in 2024, received mixed reviews, and then radio silence. But Bethesda has teased the phrase Tehran Armada, and people think it could be tied to future DLC, but they haven't formally announced what it is yet. Back in August 2025, Bethesda's Tim Lamb confirmed that yes, new story DLC is in development, alongside free updates and gameplay optimization. He specifically mentioned that a part of the team has been focused on space gameplay to make travels more rewarding, and that they're adding new game systems. Now here's the thing, some reporting has suggested their next major drop shifted into 2026, and with Grand Theft Auto 6 now officially dated for November 2026, the release calendar looks a lot less like a demolition derby than it did. So picture this. You're Bethesda, you've got this massive update, you've got a new expansion, and you've got reports of a PS5 version and even Switch 2 mentions in the rumor mill. Do you announce all of that separately, or do you drop one massive bomb? Starfield 2.0 coming to all platforms, new expansion, free updates, the works. Now I know what some of you are thinking. Why would Microsoft announce their game at a Sony event? And to that I say, have you been paying attention to Xbox lately? Forza Horizon 5 came to PS5, Indiana Jones The Great Circle came to PS5. Even games like The Outer Worlds 2 being associated with PlayStation shows how different the strategy looks like now. Microsoft is playing a completely different game now. It's not about console exclusivity anymore. It's about getting their games in front of as many people as possible. And let's be real, if you're launching Starfield on PS5, where do you want to announce it? At your own event where only Xbox fans are watching, or at Sony's State of Play, where you're guaranteed millions of PlayStation owners are tuning in specifically to see what's coming to their console? It's not just smart, it's necessary. Starfield's reception was mixed, and a lot of people feel it didn't hit the cultural takeover Bethesda probably wanted. If they want the game to have a second life, a PS5 audience is the biggest possible injection of momentum. And what better way to say, hey, we're serious about this, than showing up at Sony's biggest showcase? But look, I want to be fair, there are reasons to be skeptical. First off, some insiders are saying this update might not be as massive as we hope. Luke Stevens, another YouTuber who spoke to people at that closed-door event, said, and I quote, "You should not expect them to have magically change what the game is." Also, Detective Seed suggested the update might not arrive until later in 2026, sooner than 4 but still not exactly imminent. And let's not forget, Bethesda is juggling a lot right now. They've got the new Elder Scrolls in development, they've got Fallout 76 still getting updates, they even dropped the Elder Scrolls Oblivion Remastered in 2025, and they're still supporting multiple projects at once. Starfield might not be their top priority. Plus, we don't even have an official confirmation that the state of play is happening, let alone what's on it. Sony could surprise us with completely different games. Marvel's Wolverine and Marathon are obvious candidates. Ceres is officially a 2026 title, and Intergalactic: The Heretic Prophet is announced but doesn't have a locked window. So will we see Starfield at the February State of Play? Here's my prediction. I think we get an announcement. Not necessarily a deep dive, but a Starfield is coming to PlayStation 5 reveal, probably with a 2.0 update attached. I think they show off the improved space travel, maybe tease the Tirana Mata expansion, and announce a release window for spring 2026. Is it possible we see nothing? Absolutely. But the stars are aligning here. The ports are reportedly ready. The update has been shown to creators, at least according to multiple reports. The timing makes sense for both Microsoft and Sony, and honestly, both companies need a win right now. So I'm saying 60-40 odds we see something. Maybe not everything, but something. But what do you think? Are you excited for Starfield on PS5? Do you think this 2.0 update can save the game, or is it too little, too late? And what else do you want to see at the February State of Play? Wolverine, Marathon? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe for more gaming news, speculation, and breakdowns. I've got my eyes on that State of Play like a hawk, and you can bet I'll be covering it as soon as I can. Until next time, stay curious, stay skeptical, and I'll see you in the next one.